You know, museums are an opportunity to really dive into history in a way that seems to bring it all to life again. And we are so lucky to have so many museums around us.
We do.
Today, we are so excited to learn about a new exhibit going on at Kent State University Museum.
And this exhibit specifically focuses on the fascinating history of quilts. Who would think, right?
Right.
Today we are joined by Dr. Sara Hume, the museum curator at the KSU Museum, to tell us all about it. Welcome to It's About You. It's great to have you.
It's good to see you.
So let's dive right into the exhibit itself. Why quilts?
Quilts. Well, at the Kent State University Museum, our primary focus is largely fashion, but we also have a really vast textile collection, including a number of quilts. And we really wanted to get our quilts out there and have an opportunity to showcase the richness and diversity of our collection. And quilts are really fascinating. They're primarily a functional item, obviously to keep warm, but there also became a really wonderful sort of artistic expression for women over the centuries. And so it's really a great way to showcase women's work from the past.
Beautiful.
That's so interesting. So can you describe some of the pieces? How far do we go back?
The earliest piece that we have that has a known date is the 1850s. A lot of them actually are dated, so we can say exactly when they came from. So they go from the 1850s all the way up to the present day. So we have two that are from the 21st century. Wow. We have a range of pieces. There's a Amish quilt. There's a crazy quilt. There's one that's all white. But really, sort of the star of our exhibition is the Keckley Quilt, and that was made by Elizabeth Hobbs Keckley.
Is it that one?
It
right
is.
There?
It's that one. Yes.
Okay.
And it is Elizabeth Hobbs Keckley is really a fascinating person. She was born into slavery, and she bought her freedom when she was in her 30s by dressmaking. So she was a dressmaker, and she moved to Washington, D.C., and she became a dressmaker to marry Todd Lincoln. And the story of the quilt is that the scraps of fabric are scraps from Mary Todd Lincoln's dresses.
How cool is that?
I mean, whenever we feel like, you know, oh man, we have the weight of the world on us, it's like, go look at history and see these strong women who have fought their way to freedom and success.
And the quilt is really amazing. It's beautifully embroidered all over, and in the very center of it, it has an eagle, and it says liberty on it, which is really powerful when you think about her story.
Right. Well, so that's that story, and we saw a lot of other quilts. Where did you get them all from?
Well, they come from, most of the pieces in our collection are actually donations from the community, and including actually the Keckley quilt came from, it was a gift. And then the two most recent quilts, the 21st century quilts, are both loans. So one of them is is Denise Harrison, who is a faculty member at Kent State University Museum in the Pan-African Studies department. And she has a quilt that looks at sort of colonialism and has images of Africa sort of imagined as this beautiful young woman. And there's a diptych, and one piece is pre-colonialism, and the second piece is sort of stained and worn, and that represents post-colonialism.
Wow, such history here. What do you hope this has on the impact of people coming in and looking at the quilt, you know, in today's society?
Well, I mean, it really gives a sense of the work that women have done over the years. You know, historically, there's not a lot of trace in the history books necessarily of women's everyday lives, and quilts are really this wonderful opportunity for women to showcase their talents and their vision, and they're this beautiful record of the past.
And honestly, they're still popular today.
Yes, I mean, absolutely. And so we have contemporary quilts, and including one by Nancy Crow, who's a teacher, and she is a really active quilter, and she runs workshops in Central Ohio. And so it really represents sort of the future of quilting and the direction that quilting is going.
Wow.
This is really fascinating.
It is. So what other exhibitions could we look forward to at the museum?
Sure. Well, we have a permanent exhibition that's our fashion timeline, and that showcases fashion from the 18th century all the way up to the present day. and that's always on, but the pieces rotate, so we always have new pieces that are showcased. And then we have 2 exhibitions that are in commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the May 4th shootings at Kent State in 1970. And one of those is a show of fashions of the 1960s and 70s, so it really gets at that era of the May 4th shootings. And then the other one is Wearing Justice, which showcases faculty and student work that's really in response to issues of social justice today.
Wow. This is wonderful. Thank you so much.
I feel like we got a lot of education just talking to you in these few minutes.
Yes, thank you. Well, you can attend Ohio Quilts exhibition going on now through April 12th at Kent State University Museum. You can call 330-672-3450 with any questions, and you can also go to kent.edu/museum for more information.
Dr. Sara, thank you so much.
Thank you.